Hello YouTube, this is Ascriptmaster here playing some Pokemon Showdown. This is UU because OU is too mainstream. He's leading with Mew and I'm leading with Rotom. And I think it's safe to trick here. And give him the Choice Scarf and hope he, yes! Going for rocks. At this point, I think he's gonna, whatever he switches into will take quite a bit of damage, but just in case he goes for Flygon, we're going to Hidden Power Grass. Because if, I'd go for a Volt Switch, but, if he goes to Flygon, I'll be in trouble, so he goes into Suicune, and Suicune has base 85, and we have base 86, which is excellent, which means we can Volt Switch. Deal some extra damage, and then let's go into Virizion and start setting up. He goes for the Toxic, but we have a Lumberry. I packed the Lumberry because Sableye is a terrible Pokemon. So he goes into Mew again, and Mew probably, now that it's choiced, it probably has a Psychic to throw at me, so let's go into Bronzong and see what he does. And he, of course, goes for the Psychic, so that means we can set up rocks for free, or we could go for a Toxic, but right now I really want my rocks up, so, and he sends in Togekiss. Togekiss is a really annoying Pokemon because of its Parahacks up the Hizoo, so the best Pokemon to deal with Parahacks is a Flygon, because it's immune to electric. And then we're just going to launch Outrage right off the bat. And deal some heavy damage, because it'll heavily damage pretty much anything on the team, but here comes the opposing Flygon, and if he's bringing Flygon in on Flygon, it's Scarfed, which is annoying, but manageable because we still have Bronzong, and Bronzong can take Outrages for days, which we're gonna lead off with Gyro Ball, and he deals a crit, which is always annoying. And now he's confused. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the Toxic. And in case he switches, if he doesn't, well, he's locked into Outrage anyways, and that's not gonna do much. Toxic it is, and then we're just, because I don't have, well, Flygon anymore, it's up to the Gyro Ball. I'm paralyzed. It's, oh gosh, no. That is like the worst thing. Oh well. Because he's just gonna Air Slash us to death, we're going to go to Rotom. And Togekiss has base 80, so we can Volt Switch away. Apparently it won't kill, so I guess we have to go back into Bronzong in case he goes Thunder Wave again, and he probably will. And I'm right. He does Thunder Wave, but there's always the chance that he'll, and Toxic kills the Togekiss. And that's one annoying Pokemon out of the way. But here's Gallade. How does it go? Effective. Steel fighting? Is that how it works? I forgot. So we are going to just earthquake because why not? And he's going to go for bulk up, which means I'm gonna be in a world of hurt if I'm not careful. So let's go into Honchkrow. And just go for the Brave Bird. And it's one shot, even with +2 defense, because it's awesome like that. Here's Flygon. Flygon's obviously scarfed, and I'm not! So, Sucker Punch away, and it's dead. And Moxie is just going to keep building up, and he forfeits. But yeah, at that point, because Honchkrow's at +2, and he'd probably have to switch in. Although I don't think he should have left, because he could have switched into Suicune. Suicune is really physically defensive, and Suicune should have been able to scald me to death, and it'd probably survive if it had if Suicune had full health. It would probably survive a +2 Sucker Punch. Maybe. Um, I'll check in on that later, and actually I'll check in on it now. Okay, I'm back with the damage calculation, and as you can see here, with +2 attack from Honchkrow against max HP, max defense Crowcoon, or pretty much most Suicunes these days, Sucker Punch would only deal not even 70%. So after 12% of Stealth Rocks, and, well, never had he switched in before? If he was at full health, he would have survived. Otherwise, he would have probably been KO'd. So, let's check that really quick. Suicune. Oh. So it was not at full health, which means Sucker Punch would have killed, but if he went for the rest instead or something, then on my Sucker Punch, he would have lived, and then I would have to use a Roost and fear his Scalds before I could come back at him. Anyways, this has been Ascriptmaster